Essentially, it's about humanity and what it is to be human. We're not always encouraged to connect to the other, and I think with Rank and File it really is about humanity over belonging in a particular subsection of society. The political landscape in the last few years, as we know, has been fractious, increasing conflicts around the world and great injustices that we so want to change. It came from Candy, our blind actor, as a bit of a kind of joke of, are we there yet? Where do we go from here was we're stationary, we're stuck, but which direction to go? And then are we there yet was, well, we're going somewhere. We're trying to light the way in a sense of the sort of world we want to see. So no, we're not quite there yet, but we're going to keep working and doing what we can to affect the positive changes we'd like to see in the world as we see it.
The thing that Rank and File does amazingly well is it focuses on and holds space for telling real stories, or stories which are fueled by a real lived experience, which gives a uniquely powerful texture to the work that they make.
All stories what we have in the show, it's about people, it's all about us, about problem in the world.
It's a stage play, that tells about day-to-day stories, about how people commute, what people go through in their heads, in their mind, their worldview. So it's like people from different walks of life coming together, meeting up at the train stations with different temperaments, different issues and all that. The Sudanese lady talked about how her friends are killed in their house while sleeping. The bomb was thrown there, the husband died, the wife died.
عزيزة اللي تدعى دانا سقطت غزيفة في منزلها قتلتها هي وزوجها وأولادها.
And she experienced it firsthand also in Sudan before she came to the UK, so that will stay with me.
So about news, what now happening in world, and Rank and File says this in performance.
It's about asking our participants, what's useful to you? What would you like to do? So in this project, quite a few were saying we want to improve our English. So hence we did the Lambda exams. And that was 3 months of sort of one-to-one coaching to memorise and learn a piece of Shakespeare, which is quite challenging with all the these and thous, but they did brilliantly.
Oh, working with Rank and File is really exciting. I've learned quite a lot from Rank and File. When I started, I was not even able to speak the way I'm speaking now.
I think these things they then carry forward, because the danger is to sort of say, hey everyone, let's make a great show, and then disappear. And I couldn't safely say what impact that actually has on people. It's not about being a vanity project, it's about long-term engagement, and it's about tangible outcomes for them. But I think it's about integration into society. I think it's about using that experience to then lead them on to do other work within the community or employment.
They will question things that you want them to do, or if we've been in a writing group, they'll think at first, oh, I can't write. And then suddenly they come out with something profound. And you might think that a lot of it is perhaps to do with past trauma, but they are so full of joy and have a fantastic sense of humour as well.
I think it's about people telling their truths of how they're experiencing the world right now. What's beautiful to me is when I start making the work, I don't know exactly what's going to be in it.
So we were doing a project with the Museum of English Rural Life in Reading, and we needed to pick an object, and I noticed like a pair of shoes, and I was like, well, this really reflects my journey. My piece in the performance is a story about boots and how our shoes can hold memories.
I have a collection of shoes, leather black with green laces, as controversial as my every life choice. It's them, not me, who remembers last days at home, the first way to the office job, and endless visits to the Czech embassy.
It's a real beauty to tell something quite challenging, something quite painful in a way. It's a story also of immigration, it's a story of my story of moving to the UK from Crimea, which is a tough political area at the moment, but at the same time it's kind of a bit more philosophical. So for me it was really interesting kind of merging the tough life lived experience with something very kind of artistic and very emotional and quite sensitive.
Chorus work and ensemble work is really important. It's just a fabulous device. You can say a lot without speaking, such as the boot scene, the shoes. That cohesiveness of what others experience does matter, and we are part of that.
We learned to fly with broken wings because worms broken wings all people.
With the broken wings scene with Ghana, because I'm spending a lot of time with my participants, I know them very well. So Ghana's a choreographer and dancer from Ukraine, and her language is the language of dance. And previously in our shows, she's written pieces specifically kind of around the before, the present and the after of Ukraine and being here. Because dance is her art form, we wanted to just put that into the show. It's an opportunity for her to express the before and after that she's talking about. Was really a statement to say we're learning to fly with broken wings.
The movement, the dance parts that really got me. I was in bits at the broken wings sequence, which I thought was beautiful and it was heartbreaking. Bella Ciao is it's a wonderful song, and it was wonderful to see everybody dancing to that on stage as well. That was very, very moving.
Song for Bella Ciao is this old thing, but it's actuality now about fascism.
So the significance of Bella Ciao really was the fact that it was an anti-fascist song sung in Italy in opposition of the Second World War and developments there by Italian partisans. When we looked at the translation of that, it was that sort of bittersweet thing of, you know, goodbye beautiful, I may not see you again in the morning. And that kind of defiant spirit that people get when they are opposed and facing unbelievable conflict. As we know that the landscape around us is increasingly pointing towards the far right. And that's something that we felt that we wanted to point out.
I think some of the most powerful bits tonight were actually in Ukrainian or in languages which I don't speak, but you could see with the help of the words shown behind, you could see the sincerity and the power of what they were trying to say, and that to me came across as some of the most moving parts of the evening, really.
I was really impacted by this very disparate group of people who will come from their own cultural backgrounds, their own expressions of art, all making one piece of theatre in a way that sort of moved from expression to expression. There was dance, there was song, there was storytelling, there was narrative, and it all smudged together in a really lovely celebration that felt cohesive.
As Mayor of Newbury, I'm proud to say our wonderful town stands strong as a place of sanctuary and welcome to all.
It was a fantastic show. It was a lot of energy. The performances were really good. The quality of the performances was excellent, and it was all very moving stories from all the actors.
The added layer of revealing themselves. So it's not just about showing up and doing the play, and we want the play to be performed well. It feels like there's a layer underneath that, which is I want to make sense of my own story and my own journey through this piece and reveal that in a really real way to the audience. It's a level underneath, I think.
I think there is a tangible satisfaction people get from being able to materialise their own work For example, the chance to write your own piece and then put it on a stage, such as the Corn Exchange, or indeed the pop-ups we did, sharing that is a validity, and it's a boost to, you know, your own place in the world. My hope for the future of Rank and File is that we continue to grow as a community and a family and make work that matters to the people that are involved.